G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all feeling fantastic today. Yes, you guys have been loving the Eurovision video. Who will have known? It was requested over on Patreon. It wasn't meant to go on YouTube, and it did. And you guys have been loving it. Absolutely loving it. So, with that being said, guys, I've seen someone say to me, you need to watch this one. Maybe a beginner's guide to Eurovision Song Contest. Have it up here right now. And I thought, hey, I'll save it to watch it with you guys at home. That way I get a better idea what this Eurovision is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you want to go watch movies and TV series daily, head over to Patreon. If you want to go watch these things in full as well, head over to Patreon. They're all in full. Just remember that there's no cuts over there whatsoever. If there's any cuts because of copyright, it's all over on Patreon. Just remember that. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's jump straight into it.
Eurovision Song Contest is a competition where various European and sometimes not European countries enter an original song, and then all of the countries vote for the best one.
Okay, so is Israel, are they invited as well? Israel, have they been invited to Eurovision? Okay, because someone in the comment section actually said that Israel win a lot of these. Is that true? So even if you're invited, you're allowed to win?
And frankly, it's quite wild.
Okay.
Since its quite conservative beginnings back in the 1950s, the contest has evolved into a colourful display of politics, nonsense, and actually also sometimes some pretty good music.
That's from Eurovision? What? Oh, Sam Ryder. Sam Ryder was from Eurovision? Eh? Say what? Sam Ryder. Spaceman was from Eurovision. That is awesome. Did he win it?
So, particularly for the benefit of my mostly non-European viewers, let me introduce you to the weird and wonderful world of the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, particularly in recent decades, the contest has become known for its more eccentric performances.
I know
Some
that.
just a little quirky.
That one was a meme.
Some just a bit garish.
Hey,
and
yo.
some, well, but even if the weirder, eye-catching performances are the ones that get a lot of attention, the songs that go on to win the contest are usually a bit more ordinary.
This is the guy that my wife says is fantastic. He was fantastic. Alexander Rybak. She said that he's absolutely fantastic.
Perhaps the most unusual act to ever win the contest was the Finnish hard rock group Lordi in the year 2006. And I'm not saying they were unusual just because of their demonic costumes. Lordi...
I love it. I love it. Bring this back. Bring this back. I want to see this. Bring this back.
Winning the contest was also unusual because they were playing rock music. Rock songs rarely make an appearance at Eurovision, let alone win. The only other rock song that's won the contest was Ziti I Buoni by Italian band Maneskin in 2021. The sort of songs that typically win the contest will usually have a dash of novelty in their performance, but will generally just be a pretty good, straightforward pop song. Toy by Netta, for example, which won the contest for Israel in 2018, does contain a brief chicken impression. But beyond that, it's a fairly standard and fairly catchy pop song. And also, side note, if you're thinking right now, that song sounds a lot like Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes.
I was going to say yes.
Well, you're not alone. Universal Records also spotted the likeness, and after threatening legal action, Jack White was credited on the song. So, in a roundabout way, the White Stripes kind of co-wrote a Eurovision-winning song. Nowadays, most Eurovision entries, including most winning songs, will tend to be sung in the English language, regardless of which country they're actually representing. But this is a fairly modern trend. For the first couple decades of the contest, every winning song was actually sung in the country's native language. The first winning song not to be sung in the act's native tongue was 1974's Waterloo, sung by Eurovision's greatest success story, ABBA.
Whoa. I'm going to sound really dumb. I did not know they were in Eurovision. I honestly did not know they were in Eurovision. I'm going to sound really dumb right now. You guys are going to have it with me in the comment section. I did not know that.
ABBA aren't the only act, though, to have been launched to international success by Eurovision. In 1988, a French-Canadian singer called Celine Dion represented Switzerland at Eurovision and won.
My mind is blown. What? How many amazing stars have come from Eurovision?
Celine Dion was already well known in her home country of Canada as a French language singer, but it wasn't until after winning Eurovision that she started releasing English language music and became the global megastar that she is today.
So Eurovision launched her worldwide. This is just awesome. Thank God I'm seeing this video.
Another now household name to appear at Eurovision before they had quite made it is Olivia Newton-John, who represented the UK in 1974.
Australia, UK. You could say she's from both. She's from Eurovision. I'm perplexed. I am perplexed.
Much like with Celine Dion, in 1974, Olivia Newton-John was an established singer, but it would still be 4 years before she shot to global fame and starred in the film Grease.
Yeah, right.
Now, if you're thinking, wait, how...
Nice oral shampoo. New look, same form.
Canadian Celine Dion represents Switzerland. Well, a Eurovision contestant doesn't have to be from the country that they are representing. For example, American rapper Flo Rida represented San Marino in 2021.
What? No way.
Alongside Italian singer Senhit. Flo Rida is one of many established artists.
What? Dude, that's crazy stuff, man.
Who made an appearance at Eurovision. Although the song they perform at the contest must be a brand new composition, the performer doesn't have to be some little known or unknown artist. Many already very well established artists have appeared at Eurovision, including Cliff Richard, who represented the UK in 1968 and 1973. Congratulations and jubilations. And Katrina and the Waves, who are known for their 1980s hit Walking on Sunshine, who won Eurovision for the UK in 1997. The country to have won Eurovision the most is Ireland. And 3 of those Irish wins are actually thanks to one person, Johnny Logan. Johnny Logan is not only the only performer to have won Eurovision twice, performing Ireland's winning song in both 1980 and 1987, but he also composed Ireland's 1992 winning song. Ireland is also the only country to have won the contest 3 years in a row, winning Eurovision 92, 93 and 94.
Oh, that's awesome.
In fact, some have speculated that in 1995, Ireland intentionally entered a lackluster song to avoid winning the contest a 4th time in a row. But why would a country not want to win Eurovision? Well, because the winning country has to host the next year's contest. And hosting Eurovision can be a very expensive thing to do. Many speculate that some of the more dreadful acts that have been put forward to Eurovision over the years were intentionally bad because the country didn't want to risk winning and therefore having to host the contest. This is particularly the case for the so-called Big Five. Although the main spectacle of Eurovision is the grand finale, most countries who enter the contest have to first qualify in a semi-final. But the Big Five, France, Germany, the UK, Spain and Italy, automatically qualify for the grand finale due to these countries' large monetary contribution to the running of the contest. This means that if one of those Big Five don't want the hassle and expense of hosting Eurovision next year, they might intentionally enter a mediocre song. Now, the system by which countries are voted for has changed over the years, but is generally some sort of mix of a professional jury and votes from the general public. The rules and structure of Eurovision have changed many times during the contest's almost 70-year history. An interesting example of the rules having to change actually was after the 1969 Eurovision, where 4 different countries, the UK, Spain, the Netherlands and France, all won the contest. They were all joint winners of Eurovision. This is because they all scored the same amount of points and no tiebreaker rule had been introduced to the contest yet. Needless to say, the next year a tiebreaker rule was introduced. Now, getting over 30 different countries to all compete against each other in a song contest is going to result in some politics. Of course, it's well known that certain countries will always vote favourably for their close allies. For example, Greece and Cyprus always vote for each other, and the UK and Ireland often swap votes. But more notably, in years where Eurovision takes place against more politically charged world events, you can often see those events reflected in the voting. For example, last year, Ukraine won Eurovision. And although their song was good, and Ukraine have won the contest before, it's probably not a coincidence that they won in the year 2022. Likewise, the first Eurovision Song Contest that took place after Brexit had completed, which was 2021, the UK scored the dreaded nil point.
And the United Kingdom gets from the public 0 points.
Of course, it can be hard to tell conclusively how much politics is
dude, that must feel so bad. That must feel so bad.
Really influencing the voting. Maybe the UK's entry that year just wasn't very good.
Sometimes I know my fire burns low, but as long as you're with me, I'll
For example, when the UK got nil point in 2003, some cited the UK's recent and controversial joint invasion of Iraq as the reason that the UK had received no points. But also that year, the UK's entry did sound like this. So maybe it's not all about politics. Eurovision performances have often been used as a platform for raising awareness and visibility of issues and causes. Perhaps most notably, Eurovision has increasingly become a fantastic champion of LGBT plus pride. Various openly LGBT acts have appeared at Eurovision. For example, drag queen Conchita Wurst won the 2014 contest for Austria.
With a beard? Okay. Fair enough.
So that is Eurovision, a unique intersection between geopolitics and music, and one that never fails to surprise and entertain. Of course, after winning last year's contest, by all rights Ukraine should be hosting the competition this year, but due to the current situation, last year's runner-up, the UK, is hosting it instead, and it's actually happening next week in Liverpool. So let me know in the comments who you think is going to win this year.
Well, there you go. Let me just say straight off the bat, like, I am shocked at how many amazing artists have come from Eurovision. This is mind-blowing to me. I've never seen something this big before, ever. And for me to see someone like Celine Dion come from Eurovision, it's just made from Europe. It's just, man, it's just, and Flow Rider performing too? Like, what? So you don't have to be from the country you want to sing for as well. Like, I can go and sing for, I don't know, I can go sing for France if I want to. That, for me, that's crazy. How do they determine who should sing for the countries though? Like, do they go through like a voting poll, or people have to submit videos to to go to, like, I don't know, a board from the country that is representing in Eurovision, and then they choose from those people to represent the country? How do they choose? What's the process behind that? I'll love to hear that out too. Overall, fantastic. I learned some more information. I learned about the voting system too. Yeah, for me, it's sensational seeing something like this because it's very, very informative, and I want to watch some more. I want to watch some more. I want to watch more Eurovision videos. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what ones I should watch. Enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, head over to Patreon to watch all these in full, and movies and TV series daily over there too. Bye-bye. Take care, and I'll see you in the next Eurovision song video. Bye-bye.